Computer. All right, everybody, welcome to our March 2021 team meeting. I'm super excited for everybody who's joined us. We are going to run this just a little bit differently tonight than we normally do. Normally I come on and, congratulate the new people that have joined us and talk about all our sales and everything like that. But Amy is our guest speaker, and she has a 7 o'clock appointment. So we are going to introduce Amy first. So let me tell you a little bit something about Miss Amy. She has been with Pampered Chef for almost 15 years. She has 4 boys, bless her heart. When she started, she only had 2, so she has birthed 2 children during this time that she ran her Pampered Chef business. And by the way, that's when we were doing just live shows. There were no virtual like they are now, okay? She did her first virtual party in 2019, and it's kind of been a roller coaster ever since then. And this past year, 2020, was her best year ever. Like her sales are off the chart. She is in Randy Petrie's team and is in the top 10, I believe, of all the sales in her organization of like 560 some people. So that's also absolutely amazing. She has earned virtual excellence many times. She's earned 6 level 1 trips, a level 2 trip, and this past year she earned level 3 elite. So is everybody muted? If everybody would mute themselves, get your pen and your paper ready. And Amy, thank you so much for joining us. Oh, I got to tell you something about Amy. Amy and I are a lot alike. Sometimes things come out of our mouth that maybe shouldn't come out of our mouth. I think that's why I love her so much, because I'm not the only one who does that. So with that being said, I'm going to mute myself and take it away, Miss Amy.
Hi, everybody. First, before I get totally started, I just want to make sure that you can hear me clearly with no background. So we're good? Okay. Okay. So first of all, I'm honored to be asked to speak here. That's amazing. Thank you, Kathy. When I asked Kathy what she wanted me to share with you guys, she said some tips and tricks that I have found that help my virtual success. So I'm super happy to share that with you guys. I was looking at some numbers. I used to think that I had a pretty strong business with my in-home live party game. And when I look at the numbers, my total sales in 2018, when I thought I was killing it, were $29,000. My end of year sales for 2020, when I was restricted to only virtual parties, 155,000. It's a big difference. So, plus I didn't have to wash the dishes. So, hey. So just show of hands, how many of you are super happy with your current sales? What about your current outlines? Your virtual show outline, your show schedule? Anybody? Okay, so the one thing I have to ask is, are you willing to change? Are you willing to try something different? Because a lot of times, Kathy and I were talking earlier, we used to do a once a week, we called it book club, but we didn't always read a book, but it was a couple leaders that shared things. And one of the things that was a repetitive refrain was people wanting advice and to have things change, but they weren't willing to try anything different. So every week we would hear, well, I don't know why my shows don't. I don't know why my hosts don't. I don't know why I can't. But there was never a willingness to change what they were doing. And that's the big thing. If you are willing to change and try something different and you have to give it time, you got to give it a month, 2 months to see a difference. I think that that was a big thing for me. I didn't like the way virtual parties were, so I didn't do them. But when I tried something new, that's when it really took off. I don't think it matters what you're trying to accomplish, whether you're trying to increase your sales, whether you're trying to become debt-free, whether you're trying to lose weight. If you find the people who are doing it successfully and do what they're doing, you'll do it too. That's as simple as that. Nancy Jo Ryan, you guys know who she is, right? Unless you're brand new, you don't know who she is. So Nancy Jo always says, it's not magical, it's mathematical. So I don't think that my sales are a result of any special magic that I have. It's just I do a lot of shows and I do them the same way every time. So if you do, 60 shows, you're going to make more than somebody who does 2 shows, right? So, I mean, that's pretty mathematical. The biggest part of it is consistency. I do the same thing the same way every time. It's a habit. It is a good habit, obviously, because it's working. But it is just that. It is a habit to do the same thing every single time. I think that's important that you create good habits as far as your host coaching, as far as your customer care, as far as your reaching out for new business. If you create those habits and find an accountability partner, like Kathy was saying, I think that can be really helpful. I also think that it's important to put a time limit on your accountability partner. I think it's a really good idea to ask your director or someone above to assign you to somebody, because they see the bigger picture and they know who's working towards what goals, and they can match you up with somebody, that maybe they don't just like the same TV shows as you, but they're working their business in a similar way. And that can be really helpful. And be an accountability partner for 3 months, 6 months, and then change it up. Find somebody new, not because that person didn't work, but because we all have something to share and we can learn from each other. And it's a good idea to move things around. So like I said, I do the same things for every show, every host, every time, at the same time, every day. And that is really important. I'm going to show you my calendars because this is part of my habit. And Joanne, who used to be my director before she retired, she liked to say, lather, rinse, repeat, to just keep doing the same thing and you're going to get the same results. So I'm going to share with you my calendars. I wanted to show you these, and I'm a digital person for most things, but I keep my show calendars on paper because when I'm working at my computer virtually, I need to have that paper in front of me so I can do this, so I can look up and down and see what I'm supposed to do. So I'm going to get my paper version for my lap and show you, digitally what it looks like. Let me share my screen. And let's look at this one. This is my scheduling calendar. And the only thing I do with this is write down who's having a show, what day. Those X's are days I want it off, because sometimes I like to do things at the last minute, and I knew I was going to need time to get my new outlines ready for the spring. Okay, so you might be thinking, Amy, don't you do a new outline every show or every month? No, I use one outline for 6 months. That's it. I don't have time, interest, or energy to recreate an outline for every show. But Amy, my host said she wanted to spring into her. I don't care. I really don't. I'm sorry. I'm the professional. I'm the Pampered Chef consultant. I know what I'm doing, and this is how I'm running my business. So Holly Hostess is going to get a really good show if she lets me do my job. And I'm not ugly to her about it, and I wouldn't say it like that to her. But I don't ask any questions about what kind of show do you want, or can we do this, or no. This is the show you get. Did you enjoy the show that we just did, that you booked your party from? You're going to love what I do for you. The only difference, and you'll see some of these people are highlighted in green and some are not. The only difference between those is I change a recipe or two, and I change engagement posts. So you'll see the first person who's green here is Ashley Metcalf. She booked her party from someone who was not highlighted green. So she's not going to have the exact same post, but I guarantee you the same products are featured in the same way. The only thing that's different is usually the games. And honestly, that's really all they pay attention to. So I really have, we could say 2 versions of the same outline, but that's going to last me 6 months. So I don't spend a lot of time recreating my outlines. Okay. Any questions so far? All right, I'm going to show you a different calendar because I have 2 every day that I work off of. This is my daily to-do calendar. And you can see there's a lot of stuff on there. It usually takes me 2 or 3 calendars to get all of my shows in, but I just wanted to show you one. What I do on this one is I spell out exactly what's happening every single day. My shows, there are 5 days from the time I create the show and invite the host until the actual party kickoff. So I have 5, if you want to call them pre-party days. I'm not doing a lot. And then I have 4 party days and 1 day to wrap up. So that's a span of 10 days for each host. There is no way that if this is all I was looking at, that I could keep up with who is doing what. So on here, if you look with me, Sarah is the very first and on the 8th. And I've got D1 to denote day 1. There's some other scribbly stuff I put after it. That's just kind of my things, but you can backtrack, and I've got Sarah for pre-party day 5, pre-party day 4, 3, 2, and 1. I know that on P1, I create the party on Facebook. I invite the host, and P1 shows you which message, and I'll talk about that in a second, I send to my host on that day. So every single day I sit down at my computer, first thing I do in the morning, like literally, you guys, wake up, rub my eyes, sit down and send out my host messages. And I can sit down and look at exactly what message to send to which host. I copy and paste it. Now I'm doing 25 to 30 shows a month, and I can guarantee you that little send the message to my hosts takes me less than 10 minutes every morning. So I do that while I'm fully waking up and deciding which flavor creamer I'm going to have in my coffee. And then I go about the rest of my day. If I didn't have these little numbers written down, I wouldn't know what to do when. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what I copy and paste to them. Kathy has the, I guess we can call it the transcript of a training that I can't remember his name, Steve, somebody, Superstar Steve did, and he gave us the words to use, and I literally use those words, and I just copy and paste that message. Sometimes it tells my host, today's the day you need to invite people. Sometimes it tells my host, go post this in your party. So, you know, and she can copy and paste it. Super easy. I didn't change anything he was doing because he went from a consultant to an executive director in about 14 seconds. So obviously he's doing something right. So I did, just like I said, I found the one who was doing it and I did what he did. So those are the 2, that's how I run my calendars. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about content as well. People have to want to engage in your parties for your parties to be successful. If they're not popping into those parties and engaging with your content, then you're going to have a party that's either has 8 people in it or that has 40 people, but only 2 people are seeing your posts. Little bit of background info. Facebook likes it when people join a group and immediately engage. They do not like it when people join a group and don't touch it. So every single day, I go into my parties and I welcome using the welcome button. And I do this on a computer. And if you're only on the phone, I don't know how it works. I know how to do it on the computer, but I use the welcome button and it auto populates a list of names of the new guests. Okay. And it says, let's welcome our new members. It tells you that. And what I add after that is drop a GIF below to say hello. And then I choose a funny GIF like that says welcome or howdy or hello or hey or hi guys. I just find something that's funny and I put it there because what that does is that's tagging all those people. And if I've already got something fun there, hopefully they'll put something fun. So now they have joined and engaged and Facebook is like, oh, hey, let me show them the stuff. So that has really helped with engagement lately, but they might do that. And if you're not giving them anything fun, they're going to peace out of that party real quick. So your content has to be, they have to find value and have fun with your content. So you've got to have a good mix of products, recipes, tips, and engagement. If you're only showing products, product, that gets really boring. And honestly, I can flip a catalog myself. I don't need you to show me. You know, that's what I feel like the guests feel like. If you're only posting recipes, you're not making anybody need a rock crock, you know, and if all you're doing is engagement, what is this? Is this a birthday party? I don't even know. So you have to have a good mix. People really like engagement. They have fun with that. That's how we rope them in. You know, that's the smell coming from the bakery that draws them in the door, right? Once they're there, we can show them all the other stuff. So at least 25% of your posts need to be engagement posts. Now, I'm going to show you the rough template that I use to create my outlines. Okay, so I'm going to warn you before I show you this. I don't want to see anybody clutching their pearls. I don't want to hear anybody saying that's too many posts. Okay, because like I said, if you're not willing to try something new, you never know what you're going to get. It is a lot of posts. So let's go to this one. Okay, so this is my pre-day. This is the P5. So when I told you I do 5 days of pre-party posts, P1, P2, P3, P4 are all just kind of welcoming them, doing that welcome post once a day. Sometimes I'll throw in a fun engagement post. Which of these doormats would you choose? Like nothing to do with food, just something fun to keep people talking. But the actual posts start on that day before the party starts. So that pre-day. So I've got these here, and these are kind of the times that I do. And then day one, you can see we get started and there's a lot of product, there's games, there's recipes. The secret sauce in all of this is that your recipes and your products tie together. So if you're looking with me here on day one, I've got a recipe in the 1203 slot. Every product that I post before that is used in that recipe. Okay. And I probably have changed, like, I mean, this is, like I said, this is what I use to create it. Game at 8:09. Engagement at 12:09, engagement at 4:09, game at 8:09. I've got 4 chunks of posts, and each one of those chunks is 4 posts each. Now, Facebook does not like it when you post at 8 o'clock, 8:01, 8:02, 8:03. They're like, robot alert. Okay. However, if you post with a 3-minute separation, you're okay. Facebook's not going to yell at you, I promise. Also, if you post 3 minutes apart, that's just close enough where Facebook's only going to send 1 notification to your party guests. So I know some consultants who say, well, I only post like 6 posts a day. I don't want to overwhelm my guests. Really? Well, how are your sales, Cheryl? So I do this many posts because I can jam a lot of information in there without annoying my guests because they come in those chunks. And every 4th one is an engagement post. So every single time I'm posting, I've got something fun to go along with it. And I do this same format for day 1, day 2, day 3. Now, I just chopped off a day. I used to do 5 days of party, and I just chopped it off to 4, and I didn't update this. I just realized that when I pulled it up for you guys. So pretend like this says day 4, okay? Because I actually got this from someone else who was killing it. So I don't do status of the party because I don't think it's the guest problem to worry about what the sales are. I never do that. But I think I just have I think I have taste buds right there, something pantry item maybe. But this is, I do 1 every hour because I feel like that last day, I'm just gonna be in their face. Hey, don't forget me. Hey, I'm your paper chef lady. Don't forget. So I do that on the 4th day. And then that 5th day, it's just hanging out. The host posts something in the morning. I don't post anything. And that's just for the stragglers and the people who forgot to order to kind of catch up. The other thing that I do, and this I don't have written down anywhere, so I'll just tell you guys. But I learned this from Cami Cruz. I think she called it the Fab 4, and I think she got it from another direct sales training. But the last day of the party, I changed the name of the party to, and I don't do any funky names. Like I see people in these virtual party groups. Oh, I don't know what to name my party. You know what you name it? Cheryl's Online Pampered Chef Party. Done. Now you don't go think about something else. Go book a party with somebody. You don't need to be stressing about names for the parties. But on that last day, I go in and change the name to last day to order dash Cheryl's Online Pampered Chef Party, because that even people who are not actively engaged get a notification of a name change. So it notifies every single person that the name has been changed. And what do they see? They don't see, because Facebook doesn't show you the entire thing. They're only going to show you the first couple words. So if you change it to Cheryl's Party last day, they're not going to see that last day. You got to put that on the front. So last day to order on the front, they see that, hello, they jump in and do some orders. Another thing that I do on that last day, and my host is also posting something. Another thing that I do is, and you have to do this from a mobile device. So you got to do it from your phone or your tablet. Go into the party. And this is, I'm going to tell you, this is exactly how I do it. I go into Consultants Corner on my phone. I copy the party link. Okay. Then I go onto Facebook. While Facebook is loading, I go on my computer to Consultants Corner and I pull up the show cart so I can see all the people who have ordered. This is a strategy because Pampered Chef on Consultants Corner lists those guests in alphabetical order. I like that. Okay. Party, and I type into the party, we're getting ready to wrap up. Be sure to get your order in. Cheryl is so close to her goal. And then before I do anything else, I choose a funny GIF. It's usually Kevin James saying so close. And you have to do that first before you post the party link, or it will show the party link as the picture. And I don't want that because they've seen that through the party, and that's white noise right now. I need a different graphic, a different picture, something else to draw their attention. So that's why I put that funny GIF. But then I paste the link and then I hit tag friends. If you do this on the computer, it's going to pull up your friends. If you do it on a mobile device, it pulls up all the people in the party and it pulls them up in an alphabetical list. So I compare my list and I tag every one of those jokers who hasn't ordered. Boom, 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 boom. I have gone from a party with $83 in orders to over $900 in orders just by doing that. It is a surefire way to add a few more orders. So I'll do that. I also I'll ask my host, would you like a message to send to anybody via email, text, or Facebook message? Anyone who hasn't ordered? And she'll say, sometimes she'll say, yeah. And do you know what my message says, you guys? Super short and sweet. I'm getting ready to close out my party. Just wanted to make sure you didn't miss out. Link. That's it. That's it. You don't want lengthy diatribes. Nobody wants to read that mess. So that kind of helps too. Depends on if your host is willing to send that out. And the last tip I wanted to share with you is a tip that Sue Moulton shared with me a long time ago. It has nothing to do with the template. It has nothing to do with closing the party or last day, but it is every time she gets an order, she thanks the guest in the party, not with a pretty graphic that you made up on Canva and spent 6 hours. Does it fit over the air fryer? No, she finds a recipe that goes with one of the products they bought and posts the recipe. And you got to do it logged out, because if you're logged in, you're going to end up with consultant exclusive recipes sometimes that they can't find. And you want to be pushing people back to your website. So go to your website, not logged in, find a recipe. Like all you have to do is look up like what's a product, a brownie pan. And under that, you scroll all the way down to under the reviews, there's recipes. Sometimes there's not, like the citrus press doesn't have any. So what do you do with a citrus press? You squeeze a lemon. So I type in lemon, choose recipes with lemon. Boom, there I go, got one. I'll say, hey, Connie, thanks for your order. You can use your new lemon press to make this. There you go, or citrus press. And that's it. And they love it. They eat it up. And that made a huge difference. I have people all the time who are like, oh my gosh, your parties are so great. I love all the recipes. And I'm like, I know you never go cook any of them, but okay. So that I thought was a fun tip. So any questions for me?
Yes, I have a question, and thank you
Yes.
so much. You have such a great way to explain this to us. I'm feeling like one of your boys, and I'm all lined up in here like in an army, and I will do what you're saying, everything. Do you go live in your parties?
No, actually I don't. I'll tell you what I do instead. And I know that's a big shocker, and Jesse Stamp's probably gonna come punch me right in my eyeballs because I said I don't go live. I don't have time. I just don't. And honestly, and my husband hates when I use this excuse because of the pandemic. He's like, it's time to quit using that excuse. But I don't get done my hair and makeup every day, and I don't need people seeing me with lettuce in my teeth. And sometimes that's what I look like, and I don't want to do that. So I don't get all fixed. But I'll tell you what I do, and this is a really cool tip. I think Mary Haynes shared this with me. Because I'll go in the kitchen and I'm going to make 4 or 5 videos that are under 30 seconds. And I mean, literally like this, you guys. This is our smooth edge can opener. Isn't it great? I love using it. Here's beans, done. But I call it my magic word video. Have you guys heard about these? I see heads nodding. You guys know about that? I do one of those in my shows, just one. And that gets the guest to message me. So in my video, I say, don't post the answer, but send me a message with the magic word. The magic word is beans, and then they send it to me. And then and like I said, I don't sit there with my notifications and go through all the time. I go into my parties once a day. I don't have time for all that. But when I go into my party, if they have sent me a message, I will say, Kathy, whoever got it, just to bump that post to keep them coming back to me.
Sammy, I know you're, I'm looking at the time just in case you're not. So two
I'm
things.
okay.
Okay, good. 2 things that I would like, because I can't put all of this in my brain at one time. Okay, going to be 70 this week. I can't put all that stuff in my brain at the same time. Could you possibly send us a copy of what the post that you do? The 1 day, 5 posts, 6 posts, just not the posts, but just your schedule that you show.
Let me make sure I've got, I'll send you whatever, but
Yeah.
you want this, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yep. I'll send you that.
I want that. And the other
Yes.
thing that you talked about that I thought was brilliant, but I'm sorry, I did not comprehend that quickly. And I'm sure that everybody else here might have. But when you talked about how you went onto your phone on your mobile device and then I was a bit confused on that. I don't know if anybody else was, and it could just be me. And if it's just me, oh, good. Wendy was too. Okay.
Okay. What I can do, because I may not be able to explain it in the time I have left, I can give you a step-by-step and send it to you. Would that be helpful?
That would be very helpful.
Yeah. I wish I had a way to video that.
Oh my God, Amy, thank you. You were amazing as always. Guys, isn't she awesome?
Yes.
And, just to go back to talking about accountability partners, I said to Amy today, oh my God, I miss our talks together. And Amy and Jennifer, who is also in our upline, we've set up a call once a week, and like I said, that call can be 30 minutes, that call can be, it can be 15 minutes. And oh, by the way, Wendy, I know she said you're supposed to change up partners, but you're not getting rid of me that fast. So Amy, thank you over and over again.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it. And if we have any questions, we'll get them off to you.
Yes, absolutely. I'm happy to share. And if I can somehow video whatever I do on the phone, I'll try to figure that out. So I can just send you a video of how to do it.
You're awesome. I love
Can
this.
she come up with that Steve guy that she uses that she cuts and pastes?
Yes,
Awesome.
Kathy has that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you. I would love that.
Okay.
Yes. Thanks. Bye,
Amy.
guys.
Have fun with the boys. Wow. Okay. So who else's mind is blown? Tell me. Okay. So you guys, if you want to unmute, tell me what your biggest takeaway was.
I thought the 4 blocks 3 minutes apart was pretty cool.
I used to do that and then I stopped doing it. What my huge takeaway was, and it's funny because I have read this Steve Japolsky or whatever his name is. I have it in Evernote, so I will be sharing it with you guys. He's one of those people when he talks, this man literally he was the first national executive director. He went to national executive director in 1 year. Okay. He's brilliant. But when he talks, he says, every other word. That makes me crazy. So I really have trouble listening to him. So that's the nice thing about getting this transcript. Okay, so you guys need to have Evernote because I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send it in Evernote. So I will do that. But the 5 day before, and I knew he talked about that. But hey, you know what, guys? The bottom line is Amy went from 29,000 to 150,000 in sales. So clearly I'm doing something wrong. Anybody else have a big takeaway that they liked?
All of
Okay,
it.
so go ahead.
No, it was just me. I just said it was, I liked it all. Like there was a lot of so many like new things that I've just never tried that I really want to try now.
Right. And this is going to be recorded. So if you're anything like me,
Thank
you can go
goodness.
back and look at it again and just listen to it again for those highlights. And Amy will send me off that photo of what she does for her post. I do want to tell you that I have made a new template with the new product. And now I'm thinking that that template is just totally got to be changed. But here's the thing. I have the template in Evernote. My feeling is you can change the template to change the times. And you can change it to what she wanted, because I really and truly do like what she's saying. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm starting right away. I literally am going to start right away. Because here's the thing. Wendy has been reading this book, and I have it over in the other thing. It's called Atomic Habits. Is that what it is? And one of the things that it talks about is, I mean, we set goals. You guys all know that I struggle with my weight. I struggled with it my whole life. I was the only person in my family that wasn't a diabetic. So I've always watched everything I eat. And probably in the last 20 years, I've gained and lost 200 pounds because I set these goals. And I love goals. But this book, all of a sudden, and quite frankly, I'm only on chapter 2, has like maybe I shouldn't be setting goals. Maybe I need to change my habits. Okay. So think about that for a minute. If I want to lose, like I found out my cholesterol is high. Also, he says. So I grabbed a low cholesterol diet. Okay. And butter is huge. Now I don't eat a lot of butter, but I like butter on my saltine crackers. How sad is that? And if I'm going to have rice, I'm going to have butter in it. I don't eat a lot, but I do eat it. My point is, if you took that one little habit and stopped eating butter, start with the one habit, it's going to make a difference. And then the next habit is, okay, maybe I shouldn't be eating bread at all, or it's the same thing with my business. One of the things that Amy said, which really and truly, and this is a huge confession for me, guys, I wake up very early in the morning, anywhere from 5 o'clock to 6 a.m. If I sleep till 6 a.m., I praise Jesus. Okay. When I wake up, I put the coffee on, I come back into that little old chair back there, and I grab my iPad and I literally play worthless games for an hour and a half, because my feeling is that that's my time and I deserve it. Well, guess what? I didn't do $155,000 in sales last year. So maybe I need to change that habit. Maybe I need to get up right away, perk my coffee, and instead of going over there to the corner, sit down to my computer, make those posts that Amy, like she does, then go sit on my computer. So it's just a question of changing one little habit, and it could make all the difference. Okay, so moving on, because, oh my gosh, it's already 7:04. So if you do have any questions for Amy, please let me know and I can message them to her. Oh, Donna, I like that glass of wine you're drinking, girlfriend. Woo-hoo! I haven't had a drink since September because I decided I wanted to lose 20 pounds and then I fell and I got so much stupid medication. It wouldn't be a good idea. All right, so let's go on to last month, February. We welcomed 5 new team members last month. Diane Moore, Cheryl Anderson, and Tabitha, are you on the, Tabitha, and I can't pronounce it, Polisi. Cindy, they're in Cindy Sturtrich's team. Congratulations, Cindy, for 3 new recruits. And then we had Jessica Russo on Allison's team, and Tara, who was on our call, I believe. I saw her there a little bit. There you are. She was recruited by Elena. So congratulations, guys, and welcome to our team. We did $91,000 in sales and welcomed 5 new recruits. So let me ask you something. Have you guys joined the Pampered Chef Consultant Scoop? Have you all joined that? Okay, I don't know about you, but I have I think something like 256 groups that over the time I've joined. And so sometimes they get lost and I don't get to that enough. So that's something that you guys want to check, because here's the great thing about that group. Sometimes we as women tend to moan and groan and complain all the time. Okay. We always look at the worst and not necessarily at the best. And I'm going to give you a great example. In the month of January, I think it was, they put the quick cooker, the air fryer, and the blender on sale at 25% off. Okay. FYI, it said right from the start, while supplies last. Okay. Now, we sold out in one day over 40,000 air fryers. Who does that? So we ran out of air fryers, and a lot of hostesses, a lot of consultants went absolutely ballistic because we ran out of air fryers. Was it a good thing? No, it absolutely was not. Was I disappointed? I absolutely was. Okay, there's no question about that. But here's the thing. From day one, it said while supplies last. Okay. And think about this. How much money did you make in January selling those 3 products that were on sale at 25% off? So do we ever look at the glass half full? Are we all looking at the glass half empty? My point is, that's why you really want to jump on that consultant scoop, because they do not allow people to comment. So you just get positive. And I love positive. We all need positive, right? Okay, moving on. Oh, we have a dog in the house.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Okay, let's talk about the host special, guys. Who wants to chime in and tell me what the host special is this month? Anybody know what the host special is?
60% off, 3 different sets, $650 or more. You get a choice of this 60% off the Stonesware set.
Super cool. So
and there's a bunch of new half price specials that are host exclusives in the catalog. Has anybody seen them?
Oh, hang on. I haven't even looked at them. Shame on me. Where are they?
Well, let's see. The first one is on.
So they're not on the back like they used to be.
No, there's one on page 17.
All right.
The page numbers are on the back.
Awesome.
They are in the back?
Yeah, it's listed. It's 6 different ones, and you can see each page.
Okay, thank you. I don't know who said that. I missed who said it. You're absolutely right.
So, I'm sorry, my camera's still not working.
Oh, Miss Leanne, I'm sorry. You better get that darn thing fixed, man. We missed you last night.
Loco.
Okay, so
I actually like to go. I like to go live, so I need my camera back.
Leanne, I actually have that happen to me quite frequently. You can ask Wendy. Oftentimes her and I will do a Zoom meeting and all of a sudden I can't get it. I have to literally shut down and restart and shut down and restart. FYI, you might want to try that. Okay. So yes, you can get the deluxe air fryer set, the cook and blender set, the quick cooker set, the outdoor entertainment set, the ultimate knife set, and the cookware basic set. That's amazing. So there's 6 new half price specials. I did not know that. Clara, thank you so much for sharing. So how are you working the host special? Who are you reaching out to? Do you have people that wanted the stoneware and were not able to get it? Okay.
That's how I booked both my parties this month.
Good girl. Absolutely. And also, holy smokes, the cookware is back. How amazing is that? Yay, let's do a dance. My son's about to buy himself a set of cookware for his new condo he bought here in Palm Coast, whether he likes it or not. But, oh God, I just had one of those senior moments. I forgot what it was. Okay, you can go on to Consultants Corner. We've done this. We've talked about this before. And you can pull up reports. Customer reports, and those customer reports, you can pull up who bought stoneware, you can pull up who bought cookware, you can pull up who had shows over $1,000, you can pull up your past host. There's a lot of reports that you can pull up. Let me just real quick share my screen and see if I can find, I say this and then I can't always find it right away. So let's go back to parties and let's go back to reports, and no, it's not there. go to explore, I think.
If
And
you,
go
I
ahead, tell
think if
me.
you go to my accounts,
Ah, all right. So
I
up,
think so. I think this is the way you get there. Go to my accounts.
okay. So up here under my name, right?
No, I'm sorry. I'm on the left-hand side.
Oh,
Says
okay. My accounts. Yep. All
I
right.
think you know what? Let me see. If maybe it's either my accounts or scroll back to the top.
Yep.
Okay, I am wrong. You're right. It's under reports and tracking.
Okay. Reports and tracking. It's so funny because, you know, we don't always use this enough.
Right.
All right,
Okay. And
yeah.
then if you scroll, there should
Here they
be
are.
one that says right there. Mhm.
Okay. So did everybody get that? Go to reports and tracking. All right. And then go under customer reports and you can see the orders. You can see the hostesses, past hostesses, customers, potential recruits. Oh my God. And of course, you know, we're going to talk about recruits in a few minutes without a doubt. So just, you know, FYI, you need to use this, guys. It's there for us. And if you're not utilizing it, you're missing out. So those are the people that you want to reach out to this month with our amazing host special. And okay, so we're super excited that the cookware is back. And oh, how about if you sell $1,000 this month? What are you going to get? Anybody know?
$70 of the new summer products.
$70. So there's 4 new summer products that are going to come out on June 1st, and you can earn them absolutely for free. Do we not all love freebies? Okay, so it's $70 for 4 new summer products, which will be available on June 1st. Okay, now the next thing we're going to talk about, guys, is recruiting. Did everybody see the recruiting special that was posted today? Is anyone else doing the happy dance besides me? Has anybody else reached out to anybody yet?
Already posted it.
Good job.
Reached out to 3 people.
Nicely done. I reached out to 2 people today. One of them had messaged me last week and asked me how she could join, which she already had a $50 kit credit that she had. So she basically can join for free. And also one of my drop consultants had told me when there was another good buy, could I please message her? So let's talk about the host special. I mean, the recruiting special. Okay. So $39, guys. They can join Pampered Chef for $39. But oh my God, it's not just $39. This is just crazy. Like, this is crazy amazing. Your website free for 90 days. Yay. If you sell, no, let me rephrase that. Shame on me. When you sell $500 in your first 30 days, you're going to receive the egg cooker, the little spatula, oh, and wait a minute, the quick cooker with the glass lid. Holy crap, that's like amazing. Okay, that's just crazy. But oh, look at Elena, she's having wine. Yay. I'm going to get there this week. I'm celebrating this week. I'm going to go back to some wine. Okay, and when you do $1,250 in your first 30 days, you can get that deluxe grill for free. There you go. Look at that. Nicely done, Elena. Thank you. That's crazy, guys. That's something like $550 in value. Now, they're not only going to get the $500, oh, they're also going to get whatever the $1,250 reward is, which is the enamel cookware, right? There it is. And they're going to get commission on their $1,250, right? All for a $39 investment. Why haven't you reached out to anybody, guys? Have you made your list? Have you checked it twice?
I have a question.
Yes,
Katie.
go ahead. Yes.
And I also seen for the consultant who recruits, they will get double PC dollars, which is 100 now.
Yep.
But my question is, for Tara, for example, if she recruits her first recruit, I believe there is a 100 cash bonus.
Yes, there is. When that person qualifies in their first 30 days. So that was the next thing on my list. So thank you, because I was not going to talk about that one. But when you recruit this month and that person qualifies in their first 30 days, which is $1,250 in sales, you're going to get 100 PC dollars instead of 50. Now, what Elena is talking about is if Tara, who just joined, and she recruits somebody and that person, when that person qualifies at $12.50 in their first 30 days, and that's the key, guys, that you all need to pay attention to. It has to be in their first 30 days. She gets 100 cash bonus. Super cool. Okay, so that's another one of the bonuses. The other thing is 3,000 points towards your trip you can earn. So I don't know about any of you. Quite frankly, Puerto Rico does not thrill me, but I want to go to Texas. I really want to go to Texas and you know what? To go to Texas, you only need 60,000 points. Do you realize if you recruit 10 people, when they qualify, that's 30,000 points right there. And oh, wait a minute. If you pay attention to everything Amy just talked to you about, you got it made because our sales are going to double easily. Okay.
Kathy, I have a question.
Yes.
I'm sorry. If do you have to go to Puerto Rico? Can you choose Texas even if you qualify?
Well, here's the thing, and I'm glad you asked that. They will fill whoever earned level 1 first. Okay. If they have room afterwards, then you can make that choice. Like I know a couple of years ago, Amelia Island was the level 1, which really cracked me up because I don't think Amelia Island was, I mean, it's Amelia Island, but everybody wanted to go to Amelia Island. They did not have the rooms available for everybody to go to Amelia Island. So whoever had the second level could not do the first level. Is that right, Wendy? Am I right on that? Okay. Okay. Anybody else got questions so far? All right. So double PC dollars. And so I want to, because the bad thing about the first Monday of the month being on March 1st is that I don't get a chance to talk to everybody, to get all of the information that's going on. My executive call isn't until Wednesday. So I have not all the information that I would love to share with you, but I did want to have our meeting tonight. So I am definitely going to throw out there a recruiting challenge. What I would like you to do, this is where I wrote it down and I never go back to my notes. Okay. My recruiting challenge is I'd like you to go back over the time you've been with us and look at how many people you've recruited. What's your highest month that you recruited? Elena had a great month last month or the month before, right? January, maybe?
October.
October. How many did you recruit in October?
4.
So if you take that 4 and you take 30% of that and add that to the 4, then that's what I'd like your goal to be for the month of March. So whatever your highest month was, and Elena, you and I both have the same because I think my highest month was 4. I'd like you to take 30% of that, and that's going to be your goal. I would love you each to message me what your goal is. Once I get all of the goals together, I'm going to put a hairy, scary goal out for Be Awesome. I promise you there will be rewards, and I will get them out there as soon as I get the rest of the information from the rest of my directors and also from the home office to see what else is going on. Okay, so that's going to be that. And the other thing that, so what I want you to do is the recruiting challenge. When we do it, we're going to be putting hashtag recruiting strong. Okay, so that's what we're going to do so that I can keep track of it, because I can't always keep track of it if you don't put that hashtag for me, because I can always search that. One other thing real quickly, March 8th is Women's International Day. Pampered Chef's going to be doing a lot with that. Of course, Doris Christopher, I want you to stop and think for a minute. For those of you who are new with the company, Doris Christopher founded Pampered Chef over 41 years ago now. It will be 41 years on October 15th. She went out and did her first live cooking show just like we used to do. I mean, for me, it was always a live cooking show. She almost turned around and went back. This woman has changed so many lives. And if you have never heard her speak, if you have never met her, she is, I'm sorry, but every time the woman walks in the room, I cry. She's just warm and she's real, and she just wants to bring families around the table. And here's one of the things that you might not realize. Doris always in her mind knew she was going to retire sooner or later. Okay. Now, she approached Warren Buffett with her numbers, with Pampered Chef, what it was all about. Pampered Chef took, in the 41 years, they took one loan out for $3,000. That's how Doris Christopher started this business. Okay. She went to Warren Buffett because here's the thing. Do you know how many direct sales companies have failed in the last 12 months? Do you know how many people have been getting that little note that said, I'm sorry, we're closing as of December 31st, or we're closing as of February 28th? Okay. Doris Christopher had the insight to look ahead and realize she was not always going to be there. Perhaps her children didn't want it. So she went to Warren Buffett, and we are where we are today because of Tracy Britt Cool and because Doris had the insight to work for us. She's an amazing woman. So March 8th is going to be our Women's Day. There are two webinars this month on joining Pampered Chef, just in case you have somebody that might be interested. One of them is March 8th at 8 p.m. and the other one is March 23rd at noontime. And these are Central Time, guys. That always messes up my mind. But there are two. There's a webinar going on. Did I write it down? Oh, I didn't. There's a really cool webinar going on that I actually want to join myself. I got to go look it up. But if you go onto Stir, it will tell you what the webinar is, and I'll come back and post it. But it's one of those webinars that I want to sign up for because it looks like information that I can use, guys. If you're not going on Stir, you need to be. Okay, you need to check it out every day. And let's just for a minute talk about the trips. Now, if you want to earn Texas, it's only 60,000 points. Trust me, guys, that's not a lot. If you're recruiting, if you are promoting, that is not a lot of points. Okay. And the Puerto Rico is 90,000 or the elite is 150,000. You have plenty of time to do that. You have all the way till December. Guys, it's only February. Oh, it's March now. But you can do it. Okay. National Conference, July 22nd to the 24th. National Conference is going to be virtual once again. Yes, I'm sad. Hopefully with all the vaccines going on, maybe by next year, we'll be able to meet again. And those wines that we're all enjoying, we can enjoy together at a bar. Just saying, so keep that in mind, the 22nd to the 24th. I know last year we had over 25,000 consultants join. And Elena won quite a few little goodies at the conference last year, right? She won like $100. And so that is pretty much, one other thing. In my book, one of the things it talks about is consistency. For those of you who know me, it's one of my many faults. The only thing I'm consistent in is being inconsistent. Sad to say. I will say that in the last 12 years, I have been consistent in my business. I never give up. I never do. I cannot even begin to tell you what the last 2 months have been for me. I really and truly cannot. And I literally sat through national executive seminar, and I was on so much medication, I was falling asleep during the people that were speaking. And the same thing with Empower. For those of you who went there, I just kept falling asleep. But my sales in January were $5,900. Okay. Now my sales in February were not as good because I clearly didn't do everything that I needed to do. My point is, I will never give up on my business. I will never give up on you guys, not ever, because we are in the most amazing company in direct sales in the US of A. Oh, in Canada too. Oh, and I think we're in a whole bunch of other places like Australia and France and all over. Anyway, that being said, consistency, habits, and consistency. So here's my challenge to you. And this is an easy challenge, guys. There is no reason in God's holy earth why you cannot do this. I want you to reach out to 2 people a day. Okay, just 2. That's not a lot. That's not demanding. That's not overextending. And there is no reason why you don't do it. Reach out to 2 people a day. When you've reached out to 2 people a day, I want you to post #challenge 2021. And I promise you, there'll be all kinds of goodies that I'm be giving out. It has to be every single day. Oh, at second thought, don't do the #challenge. We'd be blowing up, be awesome. People will not love us. We'll think of another way to do it. But I do. I want you to be consistent. Reach out to 2 people a day. That can be an email, that can be a text, that can be a Facebook message, that can be, oh my God, a phone call. Okay, but 2 people a day. And at the end of the month, we'll see who wins the challenge. We'll put out, hey, I'll be giving out gift cards. We can do Amazon. You know, we can do Target. We can do Starbucks. I'm not afraid to give out rewards for you guys to just do your business. Because if you are consistent every day in your business, I promise you, you'll go somewhere and you'll see a difference. One other thing real quickly. No, that's it. That's all I have. My brain's fried. Does anybody have any questions before I say goodnight? Anybody? Bring on the Amazon. Yeah, absolutely. So we definitely, I'll get you that stuff from Amy. I'll post the Stephen. It's like I said, it's an Evernote. And if there's anything else, guys, just let me know. Thanks for joining us. Have a happy March. I want those recruiting goals.